So today I've decided to play the gay test because I've always wondered if I'm gay or not. Okay, so we've got 29 questions and it says answer a few questions to get an insight into how gay you are. Okay, so the first question is, what gender are you? I'm quite clearly a boy, but I can imagine people that look like this would probably choose prefer not to say or other. But we're going to click boy. Who do you like the best? Mostly girls, both girls or boys. Now this depends, doesn't it? This is quite a broad question because if they're asking who I'd like best to be on a football team with me, I'm not going to click girls, am I? Because with all due respect, girls are rubbish at football. But it's not asking me that, is it? Who knows what it's asking me? It's saying, who do you like the best? I'm going to put mostly girls. Okay? What's the dog doing there? If you had to pick, who would you rather sit next to? Another broad question. I mean, if the female that I'm sat next to is giving it the whole time, I'm not going to choose girl, am I? I can have an intellectual conversation with a boy. I'm not saying I can't have one of them with a girl. You know, I've got common ground with a boy, so I'm going to choose boy. Do you ever think, wait, boys are kind of cute? Listen, I'm going to put my hands up. If I see a good-looking geezer, I will be the first to admit that he's a good-looking geezer. I will look at him, I'll appreciate his beauty, and I'll move on with my day. When you see a good-looking boy, you feel like cool, like why am I nervous? A bit shy, nothing special. Listen, why am I feeling nervous if I see a good-looking boy? Like I said in the previous question, I'll appreciate his beauty and I'll move on with my day. I'm going to click nothing special. Who do you usually notice first in a crowd? Whoever stands out, boys, girls, mostly girls. Now, this is a very good question and I shall explain why. If you walk into a crowded area and you see this big, chunky, girthy girl, I'm going to notice her straight away, aren't I? Because I'm going to think, Jesus Christ, look at the state of that. But that doesn't mean I won't notice the good-looking geezer next to her as well. Very broad question, like I said. I think I'm going to say, yeah, whoever stands out. If a boy says you look nice today, you feel, oh, do you know what? Right, men don't usually get compliments. So I'm going to have to put extra happy. I mean, I don't think about it later. Do I think about it later? I might think about it later. Jesus Christ, am I gay? If someone says, are you gay? You feel like, how did you know? Like, maybe, confused, nope. We're going to put a no from that because I'm pretty sure I'm not gay. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a crush on a boy? Very good question. Have I ever wondered what it would be like to have a crush on a boy? I can't say I have. I'm going to put no. Pick the compliment you like the most. You are beautiful, you are cute, you are cool, you are funny. Now, listen, I know I'm beautiful and I know I'm insanely funny. So this is a tricky one for the old Clopsy boy here. I think I'm going to choose you're cool because I've never been cool before. When you watch a show, who do you think is the cutest? Mostly girls, both boys or girls. I don't really find boys cute, I'll be honest. Like I said a couple of questions ago, I'll appreciate a good-looking man. I will, okay? But I prefer girls, so I'm gonna click girls. Do you ever try to look extra good for boys? Oh, this is a good question. Another good question. Thank you, Roblox. Personally, I don't feel like I ever look really good. I mean, the lack of effort is astonishing sometimes, right? I can't be arsed with it. I don't really care what other people think. But I would probably say, yeah, I mean, if I was getting all spruced up to go somewhere, I want men and I want a women to appreciate how good I'm looking. So I'm going to put yes. If you could choose a fan club, it would be mostly girls, mixed boys, mostly girls. Now, listen, if I was to ever blow up on YouTube, which is going to be extremely likely with me doing bloody content like this, but I want a mixed fan base, you know? I don't want just boys and I definitely don't want just girls. So I'm going to put mixed. Yep. When a boy is super nice to you, you feel like, why am I blushing? Normal, a bit shy, happy. Another good question. Thank you very much, Roblox. Would I choose why am I blushing? Probably not. But then if a geezer come bowling down the street and was like, oi, Clopsy boy, you look good today, I'd probably think that's a little bit odd. But then after, 5 minutes down the road, and once I finally got rid of him and made sure he's not stalking me, I'd probably think that was actually really nice. And would I blush? Possibly. I could possibly blush. So I'm gonna put why am I blushing? You have to pick one. Your best friend is probably a girl, boy, either. I'm definitely clicking boy here because I've already got a wife and I do not need a bestie as a female. Do you like boys' style ideas, hair, outfits, and vibes? Yeah, absolutely. Of course I do. I like seeing different styles that men have. I like different hairstyles. Of course I do. I'd be silly not to say yes. If a boy is really good looking, you think nice, wow, cool, wow. I'm actually annoyed because I think to myself, why can't I look look like that, you know? Why am I here rocking this face when I could be rocking that one? It annoys me, but I can't put annoyed, so I'm gonna put nice. When you imagine your future, you picture liking girls, mostly girls, both, or boys. It's girls. It is girls. Do you ever get jealous when boys give attention to someone else? That question's maybe phlegm up a little bit. I don't know if you noticed a little pause before I started speaking again, but I just feel like if I was to actually get jealous about a boy giving another boy attention, that makes me feel really odd. I'm going to put never. If you had to choose who gives the best compliments, it is girls, both, mostly girls, boys. I don't know with this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a little sit back and a little think on this one, I think. It's come to me. It's going to be both because I like to receive a compliment from a man and from a woman. The impact hits me the same. Does that make me gay? I'm not sure. Both. Do you ever feel like you are not fully straight? No! If someone asks, what do you like? You would say, girls, mostly girls, not sure boys. I've only got 8 questions left, and I'm pretty sure this is going to come back as you are definitely gay, Clops. It's going to be girls. It is girls, okay? Do you ever choose game characters because they look cute? Now, before I started playing Roblox, I'd always play stuff like World of Warcraft and various other games that I used to play. I'd always choose a female character. Now I can hear you all asking, why? Why would you choose a female character? And the reason to that, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the fact that if I'm playing a game for hours on end, I do not want to be staring at a man's ass. So, the answer to that question, Roblox, is yes. Do you ever think a boy has a prettier smile? Like I've said before, I can appreciate a pretty smile on a male or a female. So I'm going to put sometimes. If you could pick who your team is full of, you pick. Now, this goes back to the football team again, doesn't it? Say I'm putting together a rugby team, and I've got a load of females, and I've got a load of males. And they're both like, pick me, pick me, pick me. I'm going to choose the males. I'm sorry for any females watching this, but you're really bad at sport. If a boy is extra friendly, you feel normal, happy, super shy, a bit shy. I'm going to put normal, I think, because I don't usually pick up on them kind of cues. You see a cute boy on TikTok, shorts, and you scroll, like, save and share, watch again. I'm definitely not saving and sharing because I got no idea how to do that. I'm just going to scroll on, I'd say. Do you ever think I might like boys? Never. If someone says you act kind of gay, you feel, huh? No, I don't. Okay, and maybe. Now, I'm very in touch with my feminine side. I know all you guys see is a big, strong, 6'3" beefcake on camera, but I'm very, very in tuned to my feminine side, okay? That's what makes me a little bit special, all right? So I'm going to put, okay, and. They're processing your answer. We got 14 minutes left, so we're just going to skip this, obviously. Okay, it's all come down to this. We're going to click to reveal, and let's see if I'm gay. You are 35% gay. You qualify as questionable. I don't know what that means. Is Big Clopsy Boy gay? Or is he only 35% gay? Who knows? I'll leave it to you guys to decide in the comments. Really random video today, but I couldn't be asked to do anything else. Peace.